Hello everyone and welcome back to the 7th episode of Kiki with Quing D. Yes. Yes, I know I have been gone for a very long time. It's been like 2 weeks, I believe. At the time of me shooting this video, I think it has been about 2 weeks since the last episode of Kiki, and this is on a Saturday. So by the time this finally posts, if I don't get it done by tomorrow, which is Sunday, then it'll be 3 weeks. So my bad, but you know, I had things to do. The reason why you guys haven't seen me is because I've been doing a lot of stuff off camera, behind the scenes. By a lot of stuff, I mean my brand new debut album, Dionté Volume 1, available everywhere. It's available on all major streaming services and available to purchase. You can get it on Apple Music, Spotify, TIDAL, iTunes, what's some other ones? It's a bunch of, they'll all be down in the description. Just go, click on the link to my website. It'll take you straight to my music page where you can find whatever platform that you use and you can be able to stream or buy my album. So, speaking of the description is a very crucial, very crucial part of Kiki, as you guys all know. That is where you can find the time codes to skip to whatever segment it is that you are interested in, because these episodes can get a little long. I don't think this one will be that long, but just in case, the time codes are down there. All the segments are down there. What else is down there? All of the links to my social media, my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, not Facebook. Forget I said Facebook. No. I will put that down there just because I said it and I don't feel like cutting it out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that stuff down in the description. Like I said, the link to my album will be down there. Also the link to Double Dose and the Double Dose YouTube channel, because at the time of me, well, basically we filmed our very first episode on camera. Basically. So the YouTube channel actually has something for you to see now. It's now, Double Dose has become a visual experience and not just the audio that you're used to hearing on SoundCloud. So yeah, that'll also be down in the link. The link to that will also be in the description below. Oh, I cannot talk to that. In the link to my website. Everybody who watches this channel, they know that my website is like the hub to all of my content. That's where you can find literally everything. So the link to that also down in the description. All right. Now, let's get to the episode. So, we're going to get into this first segment, a brand new. See, I wouldn't call this I'm not even going to call this segment a segment, because originally I was going to call this segment Let's Kiki, you know? Just like me talking with you guys, but that's what this show is, just us kikiing. So this won't be a segment, this will just be an extension of the intro. I don't know, what do you think this should be a whole nother segment, camera woman?
No.
Okay, it's not a whole nother segment, but let's kiki. And I want to talk to you guys about some of the perks of being single. Because yes, it is summertime. This is usually the time where everybody starts, like, you know, they food loving or whatever. All the couples is out on the beach, they enjoying themselves or whatever. And then all the single people is home alone, wishing that they had somebody to cuddle up with at night. But you don't gotta worry about all that. Because I have 7 perks of being single. Being single myself, you know? I need to put this gum out. This is messing me up. Huh?
Hear this.
Okay. Perk number 1. You got to be all to yourself. You don't got to worry about sharing your bed with nobody. You don't got to worry about nobody bumping into you at night. You ain't got to worry about nobody waking you up in the middle of the night, because you have to be all to yourself. All the covers, all the pillows, everything. Number 2.
Or you can just not invite them over.
What?
Or you can just not invite them over.
Look. Perk number 2. You don't gotta waste your time beating yourself about whether or not he or she is the one, or whether or not they're worth it, and all that extra stuff. There's no questions about your significant other, because you don't have a significant other. You don't gotta worry about all that stress. You ever have your homegirl or your homeboy coming to you complaining to you about their significant other and how much stress that they put them through? You ain't gotta worry about all that, because you single. So that's another perk. Perk number 3, you learn that there is a difference between loneliness and being alone. You start to enjoy your own company, you know, because it can be a little draining to always have to worry about another person, you know what I mean? You probably don't know what I mean because you're young, but it can be a little mentally draining to always have to worry about another person. So you start to actually enjoy all that free time that you have to yourself. If that makes sense, I hope it makes sense because that's the best way I can put it. Perk number 4. You know how when you're in a relationship, the two of y'all usually have to compromise about things. You know, you got to try to like come to a happy medium. Well, if you're alone, you ain't got to do all that extraness because it's just you. You don't got to run your decisions by nobody else because it's only you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay, perk number 5. You can actually go and flirt a little bit. You can actually talk to other people.
No, we ugly.
You have the freedom to do that, though. You have that option. When you are single, you can actually mingle. You know, that's the whole point. Is you can actually go, have fun, do little freaky things or whatever. You don't have to worry about being tied down to that one.
Don't get rejected.
What?
And pray to God you don't get rejected or ignored.
That's what online dating is for, okay? I'm gonna chop these last 2. I'm gonna leave it at 5 because 7. I don't like odd numbers anyway, and these last 2, I don't like them anymore. So I'm not gonna say them. So there go my top 5 perks of being single.
And you can wear whatever you want.
You can wear whatever you want regardless. I'll wear whatever I want. I wish somebody would try to tell me what the hell to wear. I'm like, nigga. That concludes this segment of Let's Kiki.
I thought it wasn't a segment.
Look, okay? That's how I do things. Cut the camera. Now we're gonna get into this next segment, which you all know and love as Runway or... Hold on. Someone's blasting music outside my house. Are they gone? I think they're gone. It's bad enough I already got the background noise of the fan because it's too hot to be filming this without no fan. So y'all gonna have to deal with that. But what I will not do is talk over somebody's stereo. I refuse. Anyway, we are going to get into this next segment, which you all know and love as Runway or Runaway, where I give critiques on some fashion looks from recent events, shows, and etc., etc. In this episode, I swear, it never stops. This is what I hate about the hood. You don't get this in Center City. No one's blasting music in Center City. Is it? All right, they're gone. In this episode, I will be reviewing the looks from the reunion episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Because all of the scenes... you know what? I ain't get rid of this down. I'm just going to stick that right there. Anyway, all the queens have come back. Both the top 4 and the eliminated queens, they're all here. And they all... I don't really know how to sum up these looks in one word, so we're just going to get right into it. In no particular order, we're going to start with Miss Aquaria, because she's the first person I see on this picture that I'm looking at. Miss Aquaria, she was giving you all what Monique attempted to give you guys in whatever episode that was, but she's giving you guys brown cow realness. I mean, I expected more from Aquaria. I mean, when you compare this look to all the looks she's been giving all season, it's like, okay, this is cute. But then again, she is in the top 4, so she don't really got to prove shit to nobody. So, okay. But I expected a little bit more. I rate this look, I rate it an 8, because it's still cute. I just expected more. And then next to her, we have Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. Yes, or her actual name, Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. See, I feel like nobody even remembers her actual name because everybody just knows her as Miss Vanjie. But Vanessa Vanjie Mateo from the Mateo Empire, Miss Alexis Mateo's drag daughter from season 3. But anyway, Vanjie, she actually had probably my second favorite look of the night. I really love this look. It's like, it's giving you like that, the widow, you know, like when you go to a funeral and like the wife of the person that died or whatever had like the little veil. Like, y'all see the picture. Y'all see what I'm talking about, okay? I don't even know why I'm trying to describe the outfit. It's right here in front of your face. But and it's an all black ensemble. Y'all know I live for an all black ensemble. So, and then she got like the red hair. She's giving me like Black Widow realness, and Black Widow is like my favorite superhero. So I live for this look. But like I said, it's like my second favorite. It's not my favorite. I'll get to that later on. But then next to her, we have Asia O'Hara. Asia's look is probably my third favorite look because, yeah, it's so elegant and like regal looking. Like it has like a very rich type, look. It's just so expensive looking. Like this is what I expected Aquaria. Like when you look at Aquaria compared to the other top 4 girls, Aquaria kind of just looks like she kind of just showed up, whereas the top 4, they look like, bitch, I'm in the top 4. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of, yeah. But Asia's. I like Asia's the best out of the top 4, which is why she's my third favorite because she has the best out of the top 4. And then next to Asia, we have Miss Monet Exchange. Oh my God, I was rooting for Monet so hard. Like I was so mad when Monet got eliminated. But Monet Exchange, hers kind of falls in the same boat as Aquarius. It's really simple, but it represents like her culture. Like at least Monet went simple, but it still makes sense. Whereas Aquaria, I don't know. Why do I keep coming back to Aquaria? It's probably because I'm so disappointed. My expectations were so high, and she showed up like this. Like I'm like, but I'm stop bringing up Aquaria. Monet's, it shows her island roots. Like it represents her. You know what I mean? So we're gonna move on. Next we have Karen Michaels. See, I have a love-hate relationship with Cameron Michaels. Mainly because, she sent home Monet. And then she sent home Miss Cracker. I'm not feeling that. Because Miss Cracker should have been in the top. Everybody knows Miss Cracker should have been in the top. But, whatever, we're not going to get into that. We talk about the looks. And I'm not impressed. That might sound shady, but I know a lot of Cameron's looks did not impress me. It was like, when it came down to Cameron, she would either be like, damn, like that's fierce as fuck, or okay, you basic ass bitch. Like, it was either here or here. And this look is here. Like, she's probably the worst look out of the top 4. Like, worse than Aquarius. Anyway, next to Cameron, then we have Blair Sinclair. I didn't particularly care for Blair during this whole season. But the first episode, her outfit was stunning. I was like, okay. I didn't really care for her, but I said, okay, it's cute. It was one of my favorite looks. And just like now, even though I don't particularly care for Blair, I still like this look. This is one of my favorite looks. Probably not in my top 5. No, it's definitely not in the top 5, but it's definitely probably number 6. Yeah, even though I'm not doing this in no particular order, I'm ranking them in my head. Just so you know. Next to Blair, we have Eureka. It's just so big and extra. But Eureka is big and extra, so I expected this from her. The color is new. I wasn't expecting her to wear blue, but it's very on brand for Eureka, and it's cute. It's not bad. It's cute. So, yeah. All right. So then. In this next picture, we have the Vixen. First of all, for anyone who watched the reunion episode, the Vixen, girl, wow, she's petty. The way she walked out, that was just so petty and disrespectful. Like, I'm surprised that Ru didn't get up and grab this bitch by her wig. I was so disappointed. I was like, oh my God. But her look, I think the look was cute. It just didn't fit her body too well. In my opinion, she kind of had the same issue that Miss Vanjie had in the first episode with her flower power look or whatever. It didn't fit her body for me. But next to her, we have Miss Calorie Kardashian. And, well, one, I was proud of her because, for one, she wasn't wearing a freaking bodysuit. Because Calorie loves to wear those basic-ass bodysuits just to show off her little padded ass. And when she came out in this, I was like, okay, it's a step up. She didn't got kicked off, but she got a little bit of coin from it, and she was able to elevate her drag a little bit. But I don't like the patterns, I don't like the fabric, and there's too much of it. She's drowning in this dress. So, and then I don't understand why the purple hair, like it's, this look. I don't want to say I don't like it, but I'm not living for it. No. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from Calorie because next to her we have Miss Yua Hamasaki, and Yua's is definitely one of my favorite looks too. Only because it was so creative. Like I really wasn't expecting Yua to show up as freaking what's the girl's name? Samora from The Ring. Like that was clever. That was some clever shit. Like Yua's a low key comedy queen. Like, even though she gives you glamour and all that, she's a comedy queen. And I liked this look. It was like a glamorous dead ghost. So, yeah. Next to her, we have Mayhem Miller. Mayhem was another person that I didn't particularly care for. Just like Blair. Everybody was so hyped that Mayhem was on the show. And I was like, I've never heard of you. She was naming all of her drag family. I was like, I know all these bitches, but I've never heard of you. But, yeah, I like this look though. This was definitely a good look for her. I liked the black and gold. Yeah, I was definitely living for it. Next up, we have Miss Monique Hart. Oh, Monique was one of my favorite queens too. I was so upset when she got eliminated, but she didn't know her lyrics, and I'm like, oh well. But if they was to bring any queen back, Monique definitely would have been brought back, if not Miss Vanjie. But Monique was my favorite look of the night because it was cute and it had a comedy message. You know, her little thing says here for the comments. You know, it was a little nod to the little Michael Jackson meme where he's like eating the popcorn. You know, you get the reference. My favorite look, I like the hair, the makeup, everything. She's giving you the ooh ah sensation, honey. Yes, Monique's favorite look. Then we have Dusty Ray Bottoms. You know, I can't even lie. I kind of expected something like this from Dusty. Yeah, I kind of expected something like this from Dusty because I knew she has like this like really weird aesthetic, and it's something you either love or you hate. But for me, I like it. I don't love it or hate it. It's just a like, and it looks cute on her. No one else could wear this but Dusty, which is why I have to commend her for that. And then, last but not least, we have Miss Cracker. Okay, it's time for dinner. Yes, Miss Cracker. I wanted Miss Cracker to win. If not Monet, I wanted Miss Cracker to win. And then she got sent home at number 5, and I was like, ugh, whatever. But yeah, even though I'm a huge Cracker fan, I'm a little underwhelmed by this look. I'm a little disappointed. Like, just like with Aquaria. It's so funny how Cracker and Aquaria are the ones that were just a little underwhelming for me. But we're not going to get into all that. Miss Cracker, she's giving you like a nude illusion, you know, like a naked drag queen, but, you know, with her bits and pieces covered in jewels. And then she has like this really long Rapunzel hair. So I like it. I was just expecting something else. I was not expecting this from Cracker. But yeah, that's the last look. And that concludes this segment of Runway or Runaway. Now we're gonna get into this next segment, which y'all all know as Gaymer Time, where I talk about upcoming video games and releases and stuff like that, give reviews, fan speculation, all that jazz. And I remember, I think was it in the last episode? No, it couldn't have been in the last episode. That was the Pride episode. I think the episode before that one, I was talking about who the next villain for Mortal Kombat 11 could possibly be, and I remember I didn't finish because I was like, I'll save that for another episode. This is that episode. We're going to talk about who I believe the next villain for MK11 could be. It's speaking of MK11, could we just address the disappointment that MK11 wasn't revealed at E3 this year? That, I'm still shook by that. Like, I'm still waiting for Ed Boon to just kind of pop up from somewhere and be like, here it is, the trailer you've all been waiting for. Like, I'm still hurt about that. The fact that we might not be getting a Mortal Kombat game next year. But there's always Gamescom that's coming up, you know. I don't know if Netherrealm has done anything at Gamescom in the past, but it's coming up. I know Just Dance is revealing stuff at Gamescom, so hopefully Netherrealm will too. But anyway, here are my thoughts on 4 possibilities on who the main villain for MK11 could be. First up, Liu Kang and Kitana. Now, for Mortal Kombat fans, y'all know Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, which is the 5th game in the series. It was the first one that was on like home console. That's not true. The first of like the new era. You know what I mean? The 3D era. That's what I'm getting into. The 3D era. It was the first of the 3D era. If you don't include Mortal Kombat 4, because that don't count. But anyway, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. You had Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. They were the 2 main villains. And the way that this new timeline is going, it could possibly be leading up to Liu Kang and Kitana being the new Deadly Alliance. That's my first theory on who the villains could be. It could be Liu Kang and Kitana as the new Deadly Alliance. Second, if you go by the timeline, they would be in the Deadly Alliance Deception era. That's why I said Liu Kang and Kitana first, because they could do Deadly Alliance first and then go into Deception. And then if they do that, then that means Onaga would definitely be coming back, because Onaga was the main villain of Mortal Kombat Deception. Like, they could do what they did with MK9, where they did Mortal Kombat's 1, 2, and 3 all in one game, and then Mortal Kombat X was kind of like Mortal Kombat 4. With MK11, they could be doing Deadly Alliance, Deception, and possibly Armageddon all in one game, you know, like that. Third up is someone who was kind of teased to possibly be a villain at the end of Mortal Kombat X, and that is Raiden. Because after after absorbing all of the dark energy from the Jinsei, Raiden has now become Dark Raiden, who we see in Mortal Kombat Deception, which, you know, follows, this game could be following the Deadly Alliance X Deception timeline. We see Dark Raiden, so people, and then he threatened Liu Kang and Kitana, saying that he's not gonna hold back. You know, if anybody starts some shit, you know, he's killing, he's coming for blood now. This new Dark Raiden could possibly be like seriously dark, like villain-esque dark. When you look at the heroes that are still living, because a lot of the original heroes on Earthrealm side at least are dead. They're like revenants. And Kotal Khan is not a huge fan of Earthrealm. Kotal Khan still believes that Earthrealm was the one who helped Shinnok get released. So Kotal Khan could possibly be coming for Earthrealm, and then Raiden, he's probably not going to be sending no Earthrealm warriors to fight this battle no more. He's probably just going to come through lightning blazing and just kill every fucking body. And some of the Earthrealm people might not like that. And then there could also be some conflict between Boraicho and Raiden, because even though Boraicho has trained a lot of the Earthrealm warriors, he is originally from Outworld. So there could be like that whole clash. And then I don't think Fujin would let Raiden do that either. So Fujin could possibly become like the new protector of Earthrealm, and Raiden could just be like I think it'll follow the like the Injustice story arc, where Superman became a villain thinking that he was doing the right thing. I think the same thing's going to happen to Raiden. I think Raiden's going to become a villain believing that he's doing the right thing. But last on this list, the 4th person that could possibly be the next villain is Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung was teased to be coming back in a couple of the endings in Mortal Kombat X, and everybody knows that the endings aren't canon. They're not canon, but some things are foreshadowed, and some things do actually end up becoming true, or like partially true, you know? And Shang Tsung's return was, I know for a fact it was teased in Ermac's ending, and it was teasing someone else's. I can't remember who it was, but the fact that they are teasing the possibility that Shang Tsung could be returning, I believe he could possibly be a fourth villain, especially since Shao Kahn's out of the picture, Shinnok's out of the picture. Shang Tsung could come back and be like, now my two biggest enemies are gone, let me try to take control. But if Onaga is really coming back into the picture, and Liu Kang and Katana are the new Deadly Alliance, and Raiden is now all dark and shit, I don't think Shang Tsung would stand a chance, so he'd be better off staying dead. But before we get off the Mortal Kombat topic, I also want to talk about what the possible upcoming game could be, because, like I said, Netherrealm didn't reveal Mortal Kombat 11 at E3 or Combo Breaker, so there's a possibility that we might not even be getting a Mortal Kombat 11, and everything I just said could be irrelevant. So, let's talk about what possibly could be coming. First up being a Shaolin Monks sequel. Everyone's been asking for a Shaolin Monks sequel since the first one, and I feel like it's about time that we did get a sequel. I don't know what the story would be like, because the Shaolin Monks story from the original one was a little all over the place. It was kind of like a retelling of Mortal Kombat 2, kinda. But I don't know what the story for the second one would be like, but that's one of the possibilities, a sequel to Shaolin Monks. Second possibility is another Mortal Kombat in DC Universe crossover, because we have Mortal Kombat is still going, then we have the Injustice series, and they're both basically the same game, just different mechanics and characters and stuff. So what if they do another Mortal Kombat x DC Universe, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe 2? Never know. It would definitely be way better than the first one, because that first one, we're not even going to get into that. We're just going to end that there and conclude this segment of Gaymer Time. Yeah. So on to the next segment. Now we are going to get into this next segment, which y'all all know as Screen Queen, where I basically give my reviews on different movies and TV shows, also fan speculations and all that type of stuff. Basically, the movie and TV show version of Gaymer Time. Okay? Okay. In this episode, I will be first reviewing Incredibles 2, and then reviewing Love, Simon. Since it is Pride Month and I'm just now seeing that movie, I'm going to review Love, Simon. But first, we're going to do Incredibles 2. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Incredibles 2, you might want to just skip to the Love, Simon section, or skip to the end of this video altogether, okay? Spoiler alert, right now. First of all, Incredibles 1 came out 14 years ago. About 14 years ago. And Incredibles 1 came out in 2004 when my camera woman was born. That's how long ago that movie came out. And to see it revamped and revived, like, it was just, my God. The graphics. Let's talk about the graphics and the animation. It was amazing. When you compare it to the first one, it's like, whoa, you can definitely see the 14 years of improvement. And everyone, it's so like how all the adults, they look older yet younger at the same time. It's like you can tell they've aged, but they still look fresh because of all the new animation. And then like Violet, she looks like she definitely looks more stressed, like, you know, her bags and her rings under her eyes, like she looks like a stressed out teenager. And then with Dash, you didn't see, there wasn't a lot of focus on Dash in this movie, which I wasn't too upset about. You know, it was whatever. I really wanted to see more Violet because you didn't really see much of Violet in the first one. So I wasn't too mad about that. But like I said, all the special effects, like Frozone's ice, like, and all of Jack's powers, and just Violet's like purple energy blasts and stuff, like everything just looked amazing. All right, so now we're gonna talk about the characters themselves. Like I said, you didn't see a lot of Dash in this movie. Dash was kind of there to really emphasize Mr. Incredible's whole Mr. Mom narrative, you know. Who you mainly saw, the main characters in this movie were Elastigirl and Jack, which were my two favorite characters from the first movie, so I wasn't mad about that either. Because I never gave two fucks about Mr. Incredible. I always cared about Elastigirl. So even to this day, when I watch Incredibles, I kind of skip the whole first half of the movie, and I skipped straight to when Elastigirl goes on the island and finds Mr. Incredible and all the kids come in. That's the part I watched. So the fact that the fact that the second movie was basically all of that, I was like living for it. And then, first of all, her outfit, hello black ensemble. I know Edna was hating on it. Edna was hating on what was his name, Galbaki, or whatever the hell the other designer's name was. Edna didn't like it, but I loved it. I liked the more emo, more edgy, quote unquote look. The way we got to see more of her powers, like the way her, because in the first movie we just kind of saw her, you know, shifting to do this, you know, here and there, a little flat stuff like that. But the way her powers were like really displayed in this movie was like perfect. Like in all of the ways that she was able to maneuver the Elasticycle with her powers, like it was like I just can't. I can't put into words how much I can't enunciate. We're gonna move on to Jack. Jack was, like, we all know Jack was the true star of this story. Every time he came on camera, we were waiting for another power to pop up because he's like the Superman of the Incredibles universe. And people kind of theorize that he'll, as he matures, his powers will start going away and he'll kind of focus on one power that suits his personality or whatever. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he stays having multiple powers. What I really want to see, I want to see a Jack attack too. I want to see that. I mean, this whole movie was kind of Jack attack too, but I want to see another Jack attack. But who else? Oh, and Edna. I was so mad that she was only on camera for a little bit of time. I mean, it's kind of like how it was in the first movie too. But Edna came back with hello, red robe or whatever. And like, I'm literally Edna. Everybody that knows me, they know that I am Edna. I do not like children. And her first reaction to Jack, she's like, ew, like, oh, I loved it. I loved all of it. What else? The story. A thing that Pixar focus on is the story. And this story, some people didn't like it. I didn't find anything wrong with it. I mean, sure, it was a little predictable as to who the villain was. I clocked who the villain was in like the first episode of Kiki. Like, I knew from the jump that Screenslaver was gonna be, well, actually, I thought it was gonna be Winston. That's what everybody thought. Everybody swore it was gonna be Winston. But the fact that Evelyn's Dever was, you know, that play on words, evil endeavor, we knew she had something to do with it. We just thought that she was helping Winston. We didn't know that she was actually the actual Screenslaver, and Winston just so happened to be innocent. You know, that was a twist. So even though it was somewhat predictable, it was a little shocking to find out that Winston was innocent. That was a shock. And then the new heroes, the wannabes or whatever, they were all, that's what they were called. They were called the wannabes. They were all cool. I liked Void, you know. Brick. I didn't really like Brick. I liked the Electro dude though, and I hated the old man. He was just disgusting. I didn't like him at all. He was just ugly and just ugh. But they were cool. They were cool or whatever. Alright, now I'm gonna move on to the Love, Simon review. I just recently watched Love, Simon, but it took me so long to watch this movie because I was kind of like, I don't know, I didn't find the point of the movie. I felt like it was this movie should have came out years ago. Like, I got the whole story, I got the message and all that, you know, gay kid in the closet, like I got all that. But I was like, this movie should have came out in like 2012, you know, when all that stuff was, when the LGBT community was just becoming accepted. I feel like this movie was a little too late. It was like a story we've all heard before 1,000 times from actual people. Like, we didn't need a movie to see it. I mean, I guess this movie was for the straight people who haven't experienced that, or who may not have gay friends who have told their stories. Like, that's who this movie was for. Not us. This movie was for them. But watching the movie, I was like, okay, like I got the feels, like I got some of the stuff he went through, but I don't know, it just wasn't, it was what I expected it to be. It was exactly what I expected it to be. I mean, the act, like, technically, the movie was good technicality wise, you know, the acting was good, the characters were good, they were relatable. The movie was good. It was just what I expected it to be that. Like, you know. So to conclude this segment, I give Incredibles 2 a 10 out of 10, and I give Love, Simon a 7 out of 10. Yeah, Incredibles 2 was incredible, and Love, Simon was good. I didn't love it. It was good. Yeah. So that concludes this segment of Scream Queen. We have finally reached the end of this 7th episode of Kiki. Thank all of y'all for watching. Now that you've finished watching this, go and stream my album, Dionté Volume 1. Like I said, the link's in the description below. If you want more details on the album itself, you can find all of that on the music page, you know, on the link. It's all there. It's all in one place. I try to make things easy for y'all because everybody likes ease of access. So, you know, like I said in the beginning, the description is like probably the most important part of every video I post. That's where you find everything. It's where you find all the links you need, all of my social media, the link to my website where you can find my music, other videos, Double Dose, all that jazz. There's also exclusive videos on my website, videos that I either haven't posted on YouTube or that I can't post on YouTube, you know, stuff like that. That stuff is on my website too. Oh, even though there wasn't a Bops of the Week segment in this episode of Kiki, the Bops of the Week playlist still is there. It still gets updated. It never goes away. My Apple Music playlist is actually back. Yeah, so all of the Bops of the Week playlist links are down there in the description as well. Yeah, so like I said, that concludes this episode. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this video with all of your friends and family. Subscribe so that you never miss an episode or any videos that I may post. Comment, you know, give feedback or whatever what you want to see in future episodes of Kiki. And like, because it shows that I'm doing a good job. Look, y'all don't know how much work and effort goes into making these damn videos. That's why it takes me so long. I have to film this shit, and then I have to edit it. All that takes forever. So, yeah. Episode 8 of Kiki will be another Pride episode to end off Pride Month. It'll be the Pride Edition Part 2 or whatever. So, stay tuned, and I will catch you guys on the next one. This has been Kiki with Quing D, and thank you all for watching. If you are new, then welcome to the Queendom.
C-O-C-K, cocky, C-O-C-K, so cocky, C-O-C-K, cocky, girl, I know I'm fly, that's why I'm so cocky, C-O-C-K, cocky, C-O-C-K, so cocky, C-O-C-K, cocky, girl, I know I'm fly, that's why I'm so cocky. Got a young say walk with a gangster lean.